Oh, right. Okay. Hey, walking round here is a famous Italian racing bike of the 50s and 60s. They still make motorbikes today, I gather. So we'll see if we can find somebody who knows something about MV Agusta.
Yeah,
and I have here
about MV Agusta.
You are?
I heard and saw Les Graham at Silverstone about 1950s, I suppose. I thought, that is the sound, that is the bike I always will look to buy. But I started racing bikes, the LEF, which is a one-off. Then I rode for Joe Ehrlich on the water-cooled EMCs. I did the 56 TT and the 57 TT. 56 wasn't too good. I trying to overtake someone and hit a wall, and the wall won. But following year, 57, I rode for Joe Ehrlich. But if you know Joe, very difficult man to get on with. So I thought I'd go solo on my own. There is a story of how I managed that. I used to deliver coffins in my spare time to pay for my racing, and I managed to get an X-Works 125 MV similar to that model there, and it was a 5-speeder, so it had the advantage, and I did well. I rode in a Dutch TT, and then in 1959 I finished third in the ACU Championships behind Mike Alwood and Dan Shorey. And, well, I've just been collecting bikes, and my nephew here is my minder.
I'm Niels Dakin.
That's Niels.
This is Jim Dakin. He didn't introduce himself.
Oh, yeah, I'm Jim Dakin. Yeah, that's Niels Dakin. And so we have a collection. There's one bike missing, which is my old racer, which I've managed to get back recently at Bonham's auction, and that's being restored so that it looks a little bit tidy. But the rest of the bikes I've invested in 4 MV Augustas. The others are club members, as you can see. There's a modern one there, 3-cylinder I see, yeah. Well, the story is I'm still in one bit, and I left the bikes and then went on to cars, and you won't believe my first classic car was a Rolls-Royce 1948 Silver Wraith, same model as the Queen has. So I had a long chat with Charles one day, and I paraded that car in Windsor Castle, in the grounds of Windsor Castle, with the family all stuck in the back. And, well, you just go back to bikes again. They're easier to handle than a car. I used to be able to lift engines out and in, but at 93 I can't do that any longer. But I find these bikes, with the help of my nephew there, he's big and strong, and a few others, and I've never looked back. I just look forward now to going to shows. We show at Kempton Park, we show here, we show at Stafford, we show at Popham. So we've managed to get this club gazebo to put on show, and the club is just getting larger and larger. And of course they live back on the old MV name, and right. Les Graham, he's the founder, he's the guy who lifted MV, into a winning position. And then obviously John Surtees, Howard, Agostini. I managed to get Agostini over here to give a talk at Brooklands, and then a couple of years later I got him to Mallory Park to ride with John Moon Eyes. Oh God, I can't. Anyway, Hook. I said Cooper. John Cooper. Thank you. John Cooper and Aggo did a parade around Mallory Park. We managed to get 34 MVs Augustas on show, but the highlight of the weekend at Mallory was to see Aggo and John Cooper go round together like they did in the old days, really ear rolling. Anyway.
It's interesting, I can't compete with you on age, excuse me, but I was in the island in 55 or 56, which was the first year that the senior TT was cut short to 4 laps because of the bad weather. And Rayam beat Jeff Duke on the Gilera. Jeff Duke was my idol.
Well, he was everybody's idol.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is that I saw him at Scarborough the year before, riding the Gilera, and it was the first time I and just about everybody there had ever heard a 4-cylinder racing bike. And that might sound a bit, sort of nothing these days, but when you'd only ever heard Manx Nortons, etc.
Once you hear them, it's different. Yeah, isn't it?
And later today we're going to run the MotoGP Desmo Ducati Caparossi's bike.
Oh, right.
So about 12:30.
Members have got one, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll you come across and see, and I'm going to give a short talk on the development of the bike. So we share some. You might find some interesting things.
Oh, that's
and
great.
Thanks very much for coming.
Oh.
Thanks for bringing your bikes and entertaining people.
Well,
I look forward to seeing you over the next many years.
Yeah, but the club is my future. All I want is the club to exist, to show people what MV did in the old days.
Brilliant. You're in Sammy Miller land, aren't you?
Sammy, yeah. These two got together. What was that?
Yeah. Anyway, lovely to meet you.
Yeah. My last interview was with, who's the mad guy? Guy Martin, yeah.
Oh, I can't compete with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's got a different language when he chats.